Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who figure review. So in this figure review, as you can tell if I show you the actual box, I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who, the Second Doctor, and Electronic Tardis from the Abominable Snowman, 1967. Now, a bit before getting to this review, a bit of information about this. The Abominable Snowman is an actual missing story. Only episode 2 exists in the Doctor Who DVD box set, The Lost in Time. So with this figure set coming out, I'm absolutely over the moon with this, because not only do we get this, but apparently it's been rumoured for animation. The Abominable Snowman has as well. So we kind of got a good figure set and the Tardis. So I'm going to talk about the Second Doctor for now. So I'm going to literally take the Second Doctor out and then bring in close to the camera. So we have a completely new variant of the Second Doctor. Now, I didn't actually think we would get this, because this one was photoshopped and to become a prototype a couple of years ago. And nothing was really said about this, so I wasn't really expecting this variant of Troughton. But we have him in his wonderful fur coat that we see him wear in the Abominable Snowman, the Ice Warriors, and then of course later on in the Five Doctors when he returned. So I absolutely love, I am so glad we got this actual variant of the Second Doctor. It stands up really, really well against me other variants of the Doctors, because on my shelf at the moment I kind of separated everything. So I put some Doctors in the correct era and then I put the TARDISes separately. So for my other variants of the Second Doctor, I'm literally going to show you what I've got. So I'll just pop him there a minute before I do the articulation and everything else. I'll just pop him there. So for the Second Doctor, the very first variant I actually ever got, which unfortunately this is the second 60s ones I own. For the 1960s variant of the Second Doctor is this one from the War Games from 1969, and this one isn't a B&M exclusive. It comes with his TARDIS from the story, which is a lot different than this one, so I will do a match variant of them two later on. But this is the Second Doctor from the War Games, and he's got very cool clothing. I mean, look at that, the bow tie. So this is really, really cool. My second variant of the Second Doctor in his own era is actually from the Abominable Snowman and the War Games. So that's pretty awesome, and I am really glad with that. The next variant I got of the Second Doctor, sorry. Now, this was the very first one I actually ever owned. Now, this came way back in the 11 Doctors figure set back in 2010. And it is the Second Doctor from the Three Doctors. So a bit like the War Games, but he's got lighter trousers. He's wearing the same frog coat. The facial expression is literally all the same on these figures. I am really glad I got this one. So this was my very first variant of the Second Doctor, and it's from the Three Doctors, which is a great way, because this is where. So in a way, you've got like some variants. So we got him from 1967, 1969, and then 1973. And then for two more variants of him, I've got the two Doctors variants. So I've got one with him as an androgyne with the orangey eyebrows. And then, of course, we have him here in his main costume from the two Doctors with grey hair, making him look very, very elderly, that Patrick Troughton actually was for that story. So yeah, this is another cool way, and this is the last variant I actually got of the Second Doctor, because I actually got these last. So this one is from the two Doctors figure set from B&M 2019, I think it was, and this one is from the 13 Doctors figure set, which I already done a review a couple of years ago. I might have to put that back in the description. So yeah, that's mainly it. So we're going to take these off for a minute and talk about more about this figure set. So I moved the box as well, so I've got a bit more space to talk about. So of course we also have this amazing backdrop of the Highlanders, or as we all know, it's actually Snowdon in Wales, where they actually went to film the location. So we have a bit of a robot Yeti as an Easter egg. Also, we have an Easter egg right here in the plastic, if I can zoom in on the camera. There we are. We have the Ashton robot from the Five Doctors. So that's kind of cool. We have a Yeti and a Ashton robot from the Five Doctors, which is a bit strange that they would actually include him in this set, because I thought, because that never encountered the second Doctor, it was more the third Doctor in the Five Doctors. But then we have this lovely little background of the Highlands, or aka Snowdon in Wales. We have a little slope here where the mountain was, and so a bit more about the second Doctor. So the head circulation, as we know, is it can actually go like so. The arms can turn, the wrists, I'm having trouble getting hold of the wrists because of the fur coat. You can't really change them. Yeah, you can actually, if you look carefully, you can change them. You got not much going on there, so you can't do much. The fur coat is actually a great texture, and it's a completely brand new sculpt as well. And of course we have the trousers, the tartan trousers, and of course the shoes. So that's mainly the second Doctor. So time to move on to the next thing, which is the TARDIS prop. So let's move that over there a minute. So of course we come over here to the TARDIS prop, and it's beautiful. Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh. So a bit of story about this Doctor Who prop. Back when they were getting ready to film Evil of the Daleks, the production team accidentally put the doors the wrong way round on the TARDIS. So from Evil of the Daleks to the William Space, I think it was. Yeah, William Space, or the Dominators. This TARDIS stayed the whole way through season 5 like this. So we kind of have a TARDIS for season 5, and I have to say, I love it. The colouring and the texture is absolutely amazing. So they accidentally put the police box sign that side instead of it being here. The colouring is absolutely amazing, and I haven't really got any of the other sound effect TARDISes from the classic range from 2010. Oh god, that was a decade, 11 years ago. So this is my very first proper TARDIS, sound effects TARDIS from classic Doctor Who. So I'll show you. We got the landing light. Well, the landing side effect. Trying to get the other sound effect. So that's the quick one, where it materialises. Quick landing procedure, and then, as you know, go back to the older. So the texturing for this is absolutely amazing. I love the font for the police box, all the way around. I actually kind of like this one. This is my actual only sound effects TARDIS, because I never managed to get the first Doctor in TARDIS, or the fourth Doctor in TARDIS sound effect, or the seventh Doctor in sound effect one. So this is the only one I've got, and I'm really glad I've actually got it, because this is a Character Options online exclusive. Once they've gone, they've gone. They will not ever do another variant of this Doctor. This is the only variant. This is the only time you will get this variant of the second Doctor wearing his fur coat. So if you quickly go onto Counter Options online websites, and you can actually order this yourself, because I believe they got some left. So, and also the TARDIS, we most probably get like a B&M version of this at some point, which I won't buy, but I believe, but without the sound effects in it. So as I say, for the TARDIS, now I've got another 1960s TARDIS for the which is from the War Games. So as you could tell, we have the difference, and this is, I'm absolutely so glad I got these two, because now I've got one TARDIS from season 5 and one TARDIS from season 6, which is Triton's last season. I wasn't happy with the War Games TARDIS because it looks a bit too black, not really like blue, but I can't really moan about it because it was my very first variant of the 60s police box. But now we have actually got this one, I don't really have to moan anymore because I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, as I say, back in season 6, they actually switched the doors back over with the full police box sign back here. Where for here you could tell the difference is the windows are, I think the windows are exactly the same. As you see, the light is exactly the same. As I say, one is sound effects and the other one is just a normal standard police box release. I'm quite happy to have this, to be honest with you. I'm absolutely over the moon with this. So this is my review on Doctor Who, the Abominable Snowman, Tardis, and Second Doctor and Tardis review from 1967. So I've just moved that one out of the way. I have to say, this set is really, really well done and put. Thank you to Character Options for bringing out this set and a brand new variant of the Second Doctor, because most of his stories are missing. There's not really much variants you could do for his stories that existing. Now we have got a few from Deep Animated. I wonder if they would do like his little beanie hat variant or the top hat from Power of the Daleks and the Highlands. I'm absolutely so glad we've actually got a Second Doctor wearing the fair coat. So when I'll put a shelf together for the 5 Doctors at some point, just got to wait for me to get some more Third Doctor variants so I can actually paint his costume from the 5 Doctors. This one will become very, very nice and well done. So again, well done to Character Options for releasing this brand new figure set from the Abominable Snowman, which is, as I say, it's a missing story and it's rumoured to be coming out in animation at some point this year or next year. So thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe and share, and have a great day, and hope you all have managed to get hold of these fantastic exclusive limited edition TARDIS sets, and let me know in the comments what you think of it and what do you think of this review. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and carry on being magnificent Doctor Who fans.